tell me about Okorosha. And he'll be telling me the people, their names has been read out by this masquerade. What a powerful culture. So this morning, we are celebrating our heritage as a people. We are celebrating our heritage as Biafrans. I'm going to open the lines once again this morning, and I want you to come up on air and tell me 3 things about your culture, or let's limit it to 2. Tell me 2 things about your culture that stands out for you. 2 things, 2 culture in your town, in your village, where you come from, in Biafra land. We want to know. We want to learn from you. It is true we are all Biafrans. It is true we are all the same people. But remember, we share different cultures. And that culture is what we are celebrating this morning. And that culture is what I want to hear. I want to learn from you. Yesterday, I learned a lot. Somebody came here. I think he's from Enugu State. Where in Enugu State? He told me about, what did you call it? My goodness me, how can I forget this? It was just right there in my mind. Oh my, he was telling me about, like you can have a child and you go to your friend and name your child after your friend. And Obo, they call it Obo, Imo Obo. And then that child will answer your name. You begin to be like a father to that child. My goodness me, Imo Obo. I learned that one yesterday, and many other things that I was told culturally. People from Abreba, people from Omaka, people from many places, Apugo, people from Umuleri, Aguleri. We share a very rich culture. So this morning, I need to know about your culture. Please tell me about your culture, because these are the things that when you remember them, it makes you want to go home. Now, listen. I did not grow up at home. I grew up, in Onitsha. I was born and bred in Onitsha. I only go home during Christmas time. But there is one culture of my people that stand out for me. My goodness me. And they don't do it anymore. And they don't do it anymore. And I am so angry about it. But of course, I am away. Had it been I am very close to home, I can also instigate and ensure that this culture continues. And it is called Ekeleke. It is called Ekeleke. That is that culture. And this is what is practiced where I come from. They also practice what you call Okonko. My goodness me, Okonko. You hear our leader all the time talk about Okonko. Okonko is my culture as well. It is something that we practice where I come from. And of course, it is a culture that will resonate and our people where we come from. So what is that culture where you come from? What is that thing, of course, that stands out for you where you come from? And I want you to come up this morning, please, and share it with us. We are interested. We want to know. Now, this is what we call Okonko. Unfortunately, I was not privileged to enjoy this. Can you believe that? So these are the things that we have lost out from because of the situation, because of where they have taken us to, because of how they have chased us away from our home. They have chased us so far, far away. My goodness me. We cannot even go back home anymore. All right. I don't know who is calling me because our line is definitely not open. It is definitely not open. And of course, it will open very shortly. So please, Mazi, okay, foreign. Hold on. I will call you. I will bring you on air at the right time. All right. Those are the early birds. They are ready. They can't wait to get started. So I am trying to get this Ekeleke. It is one of the culture I so much cherish growing up as a child. And of course, I would love to relive all those things. These are the things that we need to keep on thinking about, the things that we need to keep on reminding ourselves. Because let me tell you something, we have children who have lost out so much in all those things. Our children has lost out. Can you believe that? Our children has lost out.
Tell your home
that we make sure that we bring them back to this culture, because this is who we are and this is what we are as a people. Now, this is
Yeah.
All right, we must continue. So what are we talking about? It is heritage. We are celebrating our culture. We are celebrating who we are as a people, who we are as a Biafran. Of course, we know that we all are Biafrans, but I believe there are some cultures you have in your place which I need to learn from. I learned a lot yesterday, and today we must continue again. I will pray very quickly, and after the prayers, we will go straight to the lines. We will open our lines. But now there's one more thing again I want you to tell me. Now, as you tell me about your culture, the culture that is so unique with where you come from, I want you to tell me, who is the Igwe, the traditional ruler of your place? Is he a sellout? Is he a good person? If he is a sellout, I'm talking about the traditional ruler of your place. If he's a sellout, I want you to name and shame him on air. I want you to call out his name on air. If he's a good person, I want you to give him praise for the good person that he is. Because the problem we have right now in Biafra land is no longer only the governors. Our traditional rulers, Ndigwe, they are now our problem. Ndigwe, they are selling out our place, they are selling out our land, they are cahooting, or rather in cahoots with the enemies. Some of them are cashing out, they sell the community land to Fulanis, cattle rearers, and the Fulanis, the killer herdsmen, and bring them into our community. So, tell me, as you are telling me about your culture, tell me, who is the Igwe of your place? Is he a sellout, or is he a good person? If he's a sellout, let's name and shame him. If he is the good one, please, please, please give him the credit that he deserves. This is another thing that we are going to do as well. All right, let me pray. Father, we thank you once again this morning. We have come this morning, Father, to celebrate who we are, to celebrate the inheritance that you have given to us, to celebrate the heritage that you have given to us. And Father, we pray this morning as we have come and be with us, Elohim. And while we pray for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is incarcerated in the enemy's dungeon, Father, we pray for his speedy release. We pray for his freedom in the name of Chukwoki Kabiama. Father, we thank you because you have answered, because we pray in the name of Chukwoki Kabiama. Ise. So 2 things we are talking about this morning. I need to know more about your culture. Where do you come from? What is that culture that stands out? Maybe give me two. Give me two that stands out with your people, that makes you unique, that makes you who you are. Because if you know your history, you will know where you are coming from. And of course, you must tell me the name of the Igwe of your place. Is he a sellout, or is he a good Igwe? If he's a sellout, I need you to name and shame him this morning. If he is a good Igwe, I also want you to recognize him for the good job he is doing. Listen to this first, and then we'll open the line. Just listen. Pay very close attention.
Ndị Igwe nwere na Biafra niile, unu disappoint Igwe anyị. Ndị Igwe niile nwere na Biafra niile, ndị Igwe, unu disappoint Igwe anyị. Onye bụkwa n'ọdị ka o ji adị, eburu nkata n'ihu agwa eze okwu. Nekere na Igbo be anyị, nekere na ihe na-eme na ala Biafra mba anyị. Ndị Igwe kwụ ozi okwu, ndị Igwe ezi ọnụ, ndị Igwe kwụ ozi okwu, ndị Igwe ezi ọnụ. Anyị na-egbu nwa Chineke egbue, anyị na-egbu ode jinjin, anyị na-egbu ọnụ. Ndị Igwe, nekere kezi wegide Sunde Igbo. Ndị Igwe nọ na Yoruba bilitecha wekwe na be jehekwe. O nwere uru aka ege welite ide nwanne ụlọ. Nwụrụ amụ, nwa Igwe bụ Nnamdi Kanu. Kede legide kochirai. Niwe manani wabai. Papu de goku. Pahe onu. Pada rogu ibeku ojoku. Ariye buemi. Kandu kwa madudu. Niwe kandu kwa madudu. Ouko ni mwiwe. Oko mwiwe. Kede mbunata. Nobodo yiwo. Mbunata lwa yebai. Tuwayanga. Ayamu be woyanya. Ayamu be kohumilo kuye. Mando wangu wote ano gidalo. Ewaluku nandigwe. Nandigwe na kumota nonu. Jumandi nji Nnamdi kaba tutu. Kedi nibe mwa email. Ndigwe unepozi oku. Onu da chabi owi. Nekenu kona bu fututo. Enuna ndi ondo gome. Nonwelo onye jidalo bobuhe. Ijenu na onye jidalo bobuhe obulo nigwo. Onu ni nokata. Enuna bobulo onye ondo gome. Ijenu obulo nigwo. Minority ayi na buko. Minority ayi o. Wana buko. Ndi gwe begigwe kuloku. Ariye buem. Ekwe kuchekwa aneze ndigbo. Aneze ndigbo babigwe. Igwe. Ibi nwaneme. Nana Biafra modidu unuto. Nwa unekuru kochie. Unekwochi okwu. Una atuozi atuju. Ndigwe. Nana Biafra mariye buem. Obani wana babue. Nana Biafra ndigwe kwochi okwu. Ndigwe hajono. Ndigwe dana kwa. Ndigwe dana kwa. Nana Biafra ndigbo. Ndigwe obani netukono sena bede gekwe. Kedini bangwa mel. Koda undi makigwe. Oja Nnamdi kani igwa mwana. Oja buma ya mwana ho. Oja buma ya mwana. Kanigwe. Oma udula che prince. Ndigwe okwa prince. Okwa prince kezi na Abuja. Keribo mama mazikwe. Noputa mkuwa ibane ma yo fibo mel. Ndigwe prince. Ndigwe no na Biafra nesu de gofu. Behebe onu. Arinidebun. Ndigwe arinidebun. Okwa prince. Oja zikwe na Abuja okwa prince. Okwa prince okwa mwigwe. Owa ruburu na ndigwe. No maba yegide na media. Kwebe ndigwe wakomatara. Atena bale kwoku maka mwa beti na Abuja. Maka Nnamdi kalo. Ayabu bebe nimye. Arinidebun. Ziaru ndigwe. Onye na-tabia chaya ya tuwa nwanne. Ziaru ndigwe. Ndigwe nwere ala Biafra niile. Ịma na ọ hụrụ m n'anya nnukwu. Ụwa niile bekwara m nkwa moto. Ya ga-ebi inye na nkiri. Ụwa niile bekwara m nkwa ego. Ya ga-enye ya. Unu enyezina m. Nwata ahụ rụpụrụ unu ji ebi m ndị igwe. Unu ebizina m. Ebe ahụ rụpụrụ unu ga-enye m. Unu enyezina m. Ihe unu na-eme m. Ejila pensi. Nwa igwe mụrụ n'ahụ ya. Unu adụchi ha ajụjụ kedu ihe dị jide dị nwa igwe. O megoro ihe a mere. Ndị igwe gbakọrọta n'ọnụ jee n'ụtụwa. Kedu ihe dị jide nwa igwe. Ọwụ pensi. Ihe unu na-emegbuola m. Ihe unu na-emegbuola m. Ihe unu na-eme m ndị igwe. Onye ọbụla na-atọ m na Facebook. Ya gọzina m. Onye tọrọ m. Odewe na my page. Ode dị nche. Ihe ndị wee mebe anya bụ ibe. Ede mgbe m ode dị nche. Ine n'ezie, ọ dara ịga n'ibi ekwe ihe chọrọ gị. Eme ndị ihe chọrọ m. Ha bụ eme ọgbọ ụdakọ m. Ndị igwe siri ha ike. Ndị igwe siri ha.
Hey. All right, our lines are officially open. You have heard it from yourself. I need you to tell me one or two culture that stands out for you, where you come from. Immediately you tell me that, I need you to call out on the this morning. Our lines are officially open. My goodness me. And you are at liberty to call Mazi Kechuku this morning, because I am on breakfast and I am in the mood to take your call this morning. Of course, if you want to call us on WhatsApp, you can go ahead and do that. +27740 678 I repeat, +27740 678 For the last time, for those who want to call me on WhatsApp, it is +27740 678 What is your culture? Let's do this, people. Let's do it this morning. All right, we will go straight to the lines. Of course, I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Am I getting the correct one? Yes.
Hebrew Bata 18.
Mazi, good morning from here. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. I can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Simon. I'm calling from America, Spain. Man, you are just bringing us back home. You know? You are just bringing us back home. You know, a lot have happened. We have lost who we are. We have lost our culture. Some of them are diminishing. Some of them, they are still trying to keep it alive. I think I'm going to take a slot in this platform. This is what I'll be promoting these days.
All right, Mazi, what is your, Mazi, who is the ego of your place?
I am with you don't know that my be.
All right.
You know what I was in a beer.
Okay, so all right. Thank you.
We have like all this traditional
all right. We are looking for those. We are looking for those evil ones. We are looking for those evil ones in our land, and we want to call them out. We want to name and shame them this morning as well. Thank you very much, Mazi.
You know this. You know our area. Those things don't panic us. You were there, and I see myself of my village. I don't even greet him.
I hear what you mean. Thank you very much.
So those things don't panic us. So you know our tradition. You know I hear when he play our own, but it's not. I think there is another one that like you are talking about your own now. That is diminishing. I don't know if you people are still dancing it.
No, they do it once in 20 years now.
There's one they call it Okowokwa in my place. You know, those days there's something that make each village unique. Those days when we are kids, that Okowokwa in my place, they used to dance it during the time of Owo festival. But every 4 years, that is where you see acrobatic. Or you see something dancing on the air. What is dancing there? You don't know. Up till now, I don't know how they create all those things. But all those things have gone. We don't dance it anymore. For this program today,
Mazi, let's proceed.
I will call some of my people.
And confirm.
We have those things. You don't be surprised. Before one of some years, you still dance.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
We'll do it.
There will.
Mazi, there's something to talk about Okrosha.
Yes. Mazi, summarize. That is, if you see how this line is flashing, and unfortunately my time is always so squeezed.
You have taught a lot of spirit.
Yes, go ahead.
I know it will be like that. Well, you said something about Okrosha. Those days, there is no all these taboos in our place because nobody wants his name to be the latest release. I could remember,
exactly.
Like in our place, we don't dance Okrosha.
Exactly.
But Isunjaba dance Okrosha. And the music is a hit. You don't want your name to be there.
They will call your name in the public square. They will call your name and the evil you committed in the public square.
Do you want it? Nobody want it.
I have it, Maz. I have it.
So, well, let me leave it here. Let people come out because we need. This is how we're gonna promote who we are. Because the British say we don't have history. What we have. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Let me go. I think I have somebody on. I don't know. Do I have a caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Good morning. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Ndewo.
Good morning, sir. Ndewo, Onwanye na-agba m Ijeoma from Abia State.
Ndewo nwa Chineke. Please tell me the two cultures that stands out for you. The two cultures that stands out from you where you come from.
Okay. Yesterday, I was online serious. We have Ajubogo.
All right.
And
all right.
Ajubogo and Ikoroji. Ikoroji is this period of this yam festival. Before that period of that yam festival, there is a sign to tell people that this is a period of a yam festival. So we call that sign Ikoronji.
Wow.
It will be sounding. Our neighbor's village will hear that we are playing that sound. They will be shouting, Isebu is playing Ikoronji.
Wow.
Everybody will be happy. I'm telling you about the recent one that is happening. Even last 2 months, my uncle called me that, what about Ekpe? I now asked my mom, were you among? I thought you used to go to church. She said that it used to be sweet. Oh, she would go to the market square and sat there and be watching.
You see, that is the problem.
Will be
wait, hold on. That is the problem. You people are using church to destroy our culture, and it's not acceptable. You see, church should be there, and culture should be there. We should not tamper with who we are. We should not.
My mom was saying that the more we know that our the masquerade is a fine masquerade that they design with mirrors.
Wow.
And the masquerade will be making a lot of guy. It will be making a young guy, and they are praising him. It will be making the guy. So we call that one Ibe.
All right, that's beautiful.
And we also have that Ikoronji and the Ebamba, Asela Bagamba. You and the neighboring village will come and rest.
Wow, that is beautiful.
It was a very nice one. When I was very small, I stayed in the Isebu Ozit and in the local government. I was like, even if when my grandma would head us inside.
All right. I think I'm losing our sister. Are you still there, my dear?
When we come back, they will flog us. We don't mind of the flogging, but we have observe what you want to observe. Then Igwe, when you talk about the Igwe, you are talking about the Igwe. Our Igwe is Sunday. Ikebisi, Okebisi, Omakatre.
All right. Is he among the bad ones? Is he among the bad ones or the good ones?
No. He was the nicest king so far because that king was in form of everybody wants to be king. But in our place, he rotates and it will go to a particular family. And when it came to this particular family, It happens that this man is a Christian, he's even a reverend. And when they asked him, he said he don't want to be the king. They now told him, if you are not the king, if they give it, it's our own. So he has to take it, but he never stopped serving God with that Igweshi.
Wow. All right. What do you say? What do you say is his name again?
Yes.
What do you say? What do you say is his name again?
Sunday.
Sunday who?
Sunday. OKBC.
Okabisi. All right. Sunday who?
Sunday. OKBC.
Okabisi. All right. And we will come after you, that you can be rest assured. Mazi Foreign, aka Ekeronreke, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning from Warsaw, Poland.
I hope you heard your Korosha. Is it yours is yes,
yeah, thank you. Every other protocol is duly observed. My brother Simon said it, and yesterday one brother said something too. Let me give you the history of this because we agree with our old parents in the village. You see, this our originated from our. Not now they said they have our them in our member. Originated from our. And do you know why this is established, Mazi?
Yes.
During the farming season, which starts February to March or thereabouts, and within this period, our forefathers have to stay 3-4 months, and they come along, they check what can we be doing. That's why they put this over in and this during this time of war, there is a 101% peace everywhere. You don't fight, you don't quarrel, and the one particular thing about this is this. Women don't partake, but we have a special woman, a special mother or a woman who is initiated into this. So you have to go a kind of ritual to perform all ritual, which my younger sister is one of them. Now they will call it Ada Etere. And when the O is being danced, I send you a lot of videos of our O.
Yes, you did.
She's the only person who can enter in Obo. And when she entered there, she's being adored because because she's being honored. A lot of fantasies are shown to her. That is for you. And about the day you are talking about Omaka Ebiri, we have Omaka, we have LSS, traditional rulers, and all of them, of course, all of them are in tune. In line.
That is beautiful.
With the
that is beautiful.
Another thing, when they come to and in this their own is equal okroshe yola.
All right.
This equal okroshe is as good as the EDG Zog. Is well celebrated.
So you are talking. Mazi. You are talking about this one. I like the way they do their feet. That is what sweets me about this music.
This is our
I love it. Mazi, I've never witnessed, I've never been, gone where they are playing it. I've missed out a lot. I have missed out a lot, and I'm so upset and angry. You have no idea.
Because after the another one, that is another aspect of it.
All right, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, Mazi.
They go to our sister and it's very fine.
Thank you very much.
I love you, and I bring in general. I didn't want that.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me go to WhatsApp. Do I still have a caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes. Mazi, are you talking to me?
Yes, Ndewa Chineke. Good morning and welcome to the program. What are the two things that stands out for you about your culture, and where do you come from? Go ahead, please.
Wow, Mazi, this topic is so, it blew me away yesterday when you started this topic. I tried everything yesterday to get in, but you have limited time.
Thank you very much.
First, I want to, my name is Wada Obegiri. I'm calling from the Netherlands. Mazi, we have so much rich culture. We have so much rich culture.
Sorry, my dear. Sorry. Where are you from? Are you from Netherlands or... Tell me your village.
No, sorry, I'm from Olu province. I'm from Wangele local government.
I was wondering now. Go ahead.
Okay. So we have what we call Edere. In those days, the festival, we do our festival. The time of the festival, the whole Abaja is 7 sons. That makes up Abaja village.
Right.
The whole Abaja, any child that is born within September to that August, the family will kill a goat. The parents will kill a goat.
So they're going to kill. Sorry. So they're going to kill a goat for me because my birthday is this month. Go ahead.
And during that festival also, the dance. Just like you said about the Dokorosha,
yes.
The dance composers will be secretly for months before that festival composing songs about those that did evil in the village.
Wow.
Nobody knows about it. It's very, very secret. Wow. Very, 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 very. They are more secretive than FBI. It's very, very secret. Very, very secret. And the songs will be released on a day. The day they will start the day. That is the day the songs will be released. If you have committed any sin in the village, the thing they don't know. Not also those who have committed sin, even those who have done things like funny things, everybody will be gathered in the village square where the song will be composed. Yeah. And if your name is mentioned, you have to come and answer them. If your name is mentioned, you have to come and dance it with them. Wow. So another of our culture that I love so much, just like the we call our own Owu. The Abaja, 7 villages of Abaja, we have what we call Owu. This Owu is we used to have it during the Christmas time. Maybe in the 7 villages, if this Christmas is turn by turn, this Christmas 2 villages we have Owu. The next Christmas, another 2 villages we have Owu. Every villagers we go there to witness their Owu. This tradition, is things that we don't see anymore, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbroken that we left our tradition.
It is.
Yeah, it's very, very heartbroken. Because even with the Christianity, some Christians because during that time when they kill that goat during our Edere, some Christians they say they will not eat it because it's you understand? They will not eat it. That is small. The way they I'm not sure now they are practicing that anymore in my village. But this is the exact time when they bring out the evil that was done in the land within that year. That is my contribution, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much. That is lovely. I love that. How can we forget? I remember I was so small. When we go back home during Ekeleke festival, it is so beautiful. We invite our maternal home. We invite everybody. Ekeleke people will come. We will cook for them. And when we go there is this song they used to sing. I love it. That song has never departed my mind. If you will permit me, I'm going to sing it. It goes like this. Anyeloli je o ije keleke. Anyeloli je, anyelo zolo ize keleke. How can I forget this? This is beautiful. And of course, this is who we are. This is our culture. This is what actually molded us into the men that we are today. And when we talk about this Okorosha, I mean to say, this Okorosha, it is something, another means our people were using to eradicate evil in our villages, in our town. Because they will investigate, got hold of your script, all the evil you have committed in our land. For those who have killed people, those who have slept with their brother's wife, those who have done any manner of evil, and they will sing about it during Okorosha. And you will be there, right there, you and your partner in crime, and your name will be sung. This is Okorosha. Did you hear that? Can you imagine you are there, Ifani, and your name is called out in the whole village square? Next time, even somebody who is there listening will not even try it, because everybody will be afraid that he doesn't know who's watching. And that was who we are. And that is why our land is so beautiful. And now they have taken away our culture. They have taken away our identity. They have taken away whom we are. We are so lost, it is not funny. We are like people who don't have culture. And they will come to you and say, you people have no culture. I am a Christian. I welcome religion. I welcome Christianity. But you know what I wouldn't tolerate? For people to write off our history, because everybody have what? History. And in case if you don't know, our history is the Old Testament. Everything encrypted in the Old Testament is our tradition and culture as a people. And then tell me how somebody can come and tell you that now you're a Christian, you change your name to Jude and John, and then your religion or your culture must now go away. That you tell me, I don't understand. Because if our culture as a people must go away, then Old Testament must be turned away from the Bible. Because everything we practice, most of them are in the Old Testament. So how do you differentiate? All right, let's go back to the lines, of course, taking your calls this morning. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please go ahead. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, the call is gone. What happened? I did not touch anything, my brother. I did not touch anything. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. As we are waiting for you to call back, let's take a look at this. I love this Ohafia war dance. All right, we must continue, of course, taking your calls this morning. What is that thing that stands out for you as a person in your culture? Tell me that you are missing so much that you will wish your children will grow up to know about. But unfortunately, you are so far away in the USA. You are so far away in the Netherlands. You are so far away in Spain. So far away in Italy. So far away in Australia that you don't even know what will become of your culture and your children. All right, let's go back. My brother on WhatsApp, you are back. Can you hear me now? Caller on WhatsApp. I don't know what's going on with your line this morning, my brother. Caller on WhatsApp. WhatsApp from South Africa.
Hello, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Please go ahead.
It's very, very hard to connect you this very morning, but I'm happy that I managed to connect you.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
My name is Emeka Akedi. You know, I'm from Nimo in Njiko Kadoga government of Anambra State. My Igwe's name is Igwe Maxwell Ike Ikechukwu Oriobi.
I hope it's not my own Ikechukwu. Is Igwe Maxwell
No.
Is Igwe Maxwell Ikechukwu one of the good Igwes, or is he among the bad boys?
My king is a perfect king. He's doing a wonderful job.
Why is everybody telling me that their king is perfect? Are you sure, Mazi? So where are the bad ones?
Sure of what I'm telling you. I'm sure of what I'm saying.
All right,
my king is the perfect king, and we give him Igwe Olanyelo, one of Nimo. He's a wonderful king. He's doing a marvelous job for our people, and I'm thanking him for that wonderful job. So, Mazi, I like your topic this very morning. It's so awesome, and I want to really comment on that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I grew up in a village. I grew up in my village, Nimo, you know. So I can remember we have what we call Imota.
Right.
That's in Imota. We have what we call Epiaba, you know. I know Epiaba very, very well. That Epiaba means as in you have a cane, you be hitting each other.
Hey, you mean yeah?
Exactly. So I remember one Saturday, my late friend Stagger B, you know, we covered masquerade, and we discovered that we are going to hit people. We are not going to hit ourselves.
Yes.
You know, so when we arrived the occasion, we in our coffee, buying a more coffee, you know, the one very close to us. So that is what we call this thing. They call it Ipuhe. So Nzamala was busy in our body, you know. So before you cover the masquerade, before you start moving around the whole village, you must first go to that very place to dance first before going other places. So when I reached that very place with my friend, immediately we reached there, we start dancing that thing. The person I discussed that we are going to be facing people started hitting me with his cane. You know? So it makes me to know that when you start hearing that beating, your morale gets high. You know, it's a very wonderful tradition, and we have what we again call a New Yam Festival in our village. You know, and that's
Mazi, tell me, awesome. What is the relationship between Nimo and Oka? Are they the same people or?
Yeah, I can say we are the same. You know, we are the same vicinity, but you can use bicycle from Nimo to Oka. You know,
all right.
You can use bicycle, but it's not all that close. We are not even the same local government.
All right,
but we are still brothers and everything. You know.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi, for this wonderful program this morning. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Ipiaba. Hey, Major Nimo and Dapiabuum. We must continue. This is beautiful. We are talking about who we are. We're talking about our culture. And I'm also looking for the bad guys, the bad boys, the Igwes. Some of them are now bad boys 1 or bad boys 2. But not everybody is now telling me that their Igwe is the best. So I don't know if they're telling me the truth or if they're lying to me, because I'm looking for the bad Igwes. Where are they hiding? Bring them out. Let's name and shame them, because they need to be doing the right thing and not looking for a chartered motor to go to Abuja to collect. We want the Igwes that our people have elected for themselves to work for the people that they are supposed to work for. You are not there by your own account. You are there because the people thought you are the best thing for them. Let me go to Skype. Caller on Skype. Hold on a second for me. Hold on a second. Something is playing on the background and I need to stop it. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear you, Mazi. Hold on. Let's see what exactly is playing. I've got so much thing opened up here. There we go. Let me get this off. There we go. All right. Caller on Skype. Go ahead, Mazi.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Chukwemeka Mambozo, MA Grace, calling from Italy. What do you have? Does that thing you play, that audio you play, you know, that thing signifies, you know, as a emebo kotele. Or la.
Yeah, okay, Okurosha.
Okurosha hit Burumba. I go on song and 1 year. Nobody beat you. Emebo in public.
In public, that's how we do it.
We don't kill. We don't destroy. Police are not on before. I want police. This is the way we live our life, and there is peace. Everybody.
That's how we combat crime.
And, yes, and the culture of our place. We respect the culture, respect God in heaven. And we don't have no police. We have.
I'm actually using 5G, but I think it's because I opened quite a lot of things on my laptop. That's why it's freezing. Unbelievable. All right. Mazi, maybe.
Because I'm using what I'm.
All right. I have lost him, but I tell you what I am going to do quickly. Maybe I need to bring him back on a better line. Let's see if we can do this. Very, very important. Hold on, Mazi. Hold on. I will come back to you. Let me see if you will be able to. Let's try. Let me try you. I don't know if. Let me try you maybe on WhatsApp. Let me try you rather on WhatsApp. WhatsApp probably could be the best way. Let's try WhatsApp. All right, there we go. Okay, Mazi, how is it on WhatsApp? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clearly.
Better. Okay, go ahead and summarize for me. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I was saying is that we have the one they call Ipob in Igbo land, also in our area within our local zone. So this Ipob happens that if you do something evil, or maybe there's something you do in the village, and the village people call meeting and make sure that you settle that issue, and you are the 140. Now you refuse. Then the man will go. Yes,
we do it where I saw in my place. Yes.
Yes.
They will take it. This is beautiful.
And you can never try it again.
This is beautiful.
And when that mama you pay more penalty. So this is the way we live our life. We don't have police. We don't have army.
Absolutely.
We don't have anything. We look upon Chukwu and our culture. Everybody respect it. And one thing again I like, that the way we have relationship, that you don't go after your sisters and your brothers within your villages. This village doesn't marry this village, or this people doesn't marry this people, and they will respect it. But everything, because of the name of church, has been ostracized our culture. But we are going to restore them back. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Like what he is saying, we are so high moral people. There is this lady I used to work with. You know, she helps me with a lot of things with my broadcast, you know. Very beautiful Biafran girl, very, very beautiful to the core. And one day I asked her, where are you from? She said she's from Molo. I said, Olo. I said, where in Olo? She said she's from Umuowa. I said, Umuowa. Immediately she says Umuowa. I'm like, my goodness me. And I asked her kindred. And it appears that she is my blood. I cannot marry her. I cannot sleep with her. That is the culture. If I go against those things, that means I've committed abomination. Do you understand? This is how we are and the kind of people we are. The high moral value people we are. We don't have police. We don't have all those things those days, you know. Like what he is saying, then we take a masquerade and go to your place. Anything you are owing the people, the masquerade will take anything valuable from your home. That's what you can do. When the people have said something, you cannot oppose it. Because sasna ofonye shiroha or hericha, manoha shiro fonye or maricha. Call on WhatsApp if you can hear me. Good morning.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning. I'm calling from Spain. My name is Innocent.
Please go ahead, Mazi Innocent. Where are you from? And tell me those culture I need to hear.
I'm from Urumanike in Oka province of Biafra land.
Okay, Ibonyoka.
Yes, from Urumanike.
Beautiful. Go ahead, my brother.
I'm very, very grateful. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
So I've been trying to call you to get you, but I thank God today I got you from.
And I thank God you got me, because if you get me, that means I've gotten you too. Go ahead, Mwachineke.
Thank you. Thank you, Mwachineke. Hello?
Go ahead, Mazi. Go ahead. We are listening to you.
I want to tell the whole world about my place, as you said.
Yes.
So we have a festival, a great feast festival called Ori Festival.
All right.
It's a festival over a victory of a war that we have conquered.
Yes, I'm listening, Mazi. How do you celebrate it?
We celebrate, first of all, we have about 9 or 8 years old men. We enter what we call men. We use that celebration to make them become men, that they will not be afraid again. Show them what is masquerade mean. From there, we continue the festival. So many things happens. Women dancing, a different group can dance. Then we have what we call at the end, Iti Obundu. That it means that every man must carry a cane beating your mate. Just like the Nemo. Just like they do in Nemo also. Okay, yes. So we did it in Urumanike. It's a very great festival.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, great Biafran.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much for letting us in and sharing your culture with us. Of course, we love that. We love that. Now, what he has just said, in case you don't know, that's what I'm telling you, that most of our culture is in the Bible. Most of our culture is taken from the Old Testament. Now, listen, there is a festival that they do in the Jewish they observe in Israel. It is called Abba or Bat Mitzvah. Bat Mitzvah. Bat Mitzvah is a coming of age ceremony for Jewish boys and girls when they reach the age of 12 and 13. This ceremony marks the time when a boy or a girl becomes a Jewish adult. What is the difference between what they said now and what they are doing in Nemo and what they are doing in Oka? And of course, in some of the Biafra land, some call it Iwo Godo. Iwo Godo. When a boy becomes a man. Where I come from in Olo, we use Okonko to do it. Okonko is a boy becoming a man, coming of age of a young boy to be a man. And that is the same thing they do also in Israel. It is in the Old Testament. So why would you, for God's sake, want to say that these are evil things, that these are not allowed, Christianity must abolish it or whatever? That is absolutely nonsense. We must retain our culture. We must retain who we are, because this is who we are, and we will never forget our history. Who we are, very rich in culture, very rich in everything you can think of. It is our God-given inheritance. It is our God-given heritage. Sometimes sit down, take your Bible, go through the Old Testament, and then compare it with your tradition wherever you come from, and see if you will not find even one thing that is similar to what you do or what you practice as a people. This is who we are. If you know your history, you will know where you are coming from, and it will help you to think ahead. Caller on WhatsApp, if you can hear me, please go ahead. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Holding. Are you still there?
All here,
Biafra.
good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I'm calling from my location.
Ndewo.
Afambo, fine. I'm from Enugu State, Biafra land. So if you have any Basara culture, who can maybe go an able? I don't imagine an able. I don't imagine an able Makoka. Madnebu Madi be Makoka. Aneku in a Puma, the only Kumakokuchuku. Only Kukuchuma Heba Sachineke. Ojena was only 1 year. And now I can't see in a church. No, even if it's Chineke. So, it's only Kubuna. And what bomb can the ammo kita? I could see my haggy make it one. Make sure near watch an Ebola because Arwe Bugo Buddha. Arwe Bugo Buddha. You got for pastor. Onion a kuro kuchkuni basa na church. Oje na azo church. Ojire na eme basaria ne rie na adinia. Uchi ha dem mevu. Like even na ba eba na eme basara omenala. Ya na po omaba. Omaba is a very heavy something. Onabu. Onye obula aka ya adịrọ ọcha. Oru oge ọ na-ana. Within 3 days after that, the person will die. But kita now, we have amazing. But our boys are trying to return those in back now. All here Biafra.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Of course, he is correct. And I must say that for sure. Now, this is from our people. Now, this is one we share with our people from the Amazonia Kingdom. All right, let me take the last call for today. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the last caller for today. Please go ahead and hit me straight. What are the cultures that stand out for you where you come from? Good morning.
Ahamobo Obinna Chifano. So, our mama, our culture. And the Ekeleke.
Ekelekem, I love it with passion.
So the Mbana ba June, July, kaina ba so during Owu time, enwere ihe a na-akpọ ụgba. So ụgba ahụ a ga-abịa shie ya ụmụaka ga-eje tụta ya n'ọhịa.
Ụgbaka na-akwe ụgbaka.
Yes. So eshicha ụgbakala ahụ abịa jee eme ihe na-akpọ ntọọjị during oge owu ahụ. So n'oge owu ahụ enwere ihe a na-akpọ ara na ụmụ. Ara na ụmụ ahụ wụ ndị relation gị ebe a lụrụ ụmụnne gị ndị ke nwaanyị. So the elder woman na the ụlọ onye ga-abịa nọrọzie na beze ndị niile atụrụ alụ ga-abịa bịakọta ọnụ ụmụ ha ga-abịa onye bịawa oweta ewu ma ọwụ nnama ma ọwụ nni ji rice ụkwa buru bịa kpọrọ ụmụ ya bịa a ga-akpọkọtacha ụmụaka niile relation ha lawa apụtazi a na-akọwara ụmụaka na onye a na onye a nwanne onye a na onye a nwanne duri n'owu ahụ. So a na-eme ya 8 days. Before 8 days ahụ na-agụchana ka owu ahụ ka a ga-agbazi dị owu. So mgbe ahụ ka anyị na-eji ama ụmụnne anyị so that anyị nwere ike ịlụkọta onwe anyị ma alụwa. So that time ka anyị na-eji ama our distance. But this time around ụmụ ihe ndị ahụ eju edi ike nọrọ ịhụ ya. Ụbọchị eke
ụmụ nwaanyị anaghị aga mmiri and ọrụ mbọchị eke. Ụmụ ihe ndị ahụ emelachana ha ụmụ ihe ndị ahụ now. So our culture, anyị na-achọ ka ọ bịa chance.
It will. It will. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much for that. And of course, this is where we will be leaving it. All right, we are going to leave it here. And of course, I want to thank Biafrans. It has been indeed a great one. We will do this some other time. This is beautiful. This is awesome. This is out of this world. I love it so much. I love who we are. I love our culture. And of course, we will try everything that we must in order to keep our culture alive, because it is the right thing to do for the sake of our children, for the sake of those who came before us and those who are here and those forevermore. Very, very important. This is Radio Biafra Sadek, and I am signing out here. I say, may Elohim Okika Biama bless all of you, bless our people, bless Biafra land, bless our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Mazi Kechukwonoha, and this is how I am signing out. Goodbye, and God bless.
We must get to the promised land. The promised land is called Biafra, the land of rising sun. Obodo Chukwu gọziri agọzi, obodo Chukwu chọrọ mma, obodo Chukwu mere eze. Anyị tigbo Hausa dị na mmarụ Chukwu, tigbo ha tọgbọ ha tona. Anyị tigbo Hausa dị na mmarụ Chukwu, tigbo ha tọgbọ ha tona. Tigbo Hausa dị na mmarụ Chukwu, tigbo ha tọgbọ ha tona. Tigbo Hausa dị na mmarụ Chukwu, Mazi Chukwu obi, Nina Mazi Chukwu Kikimo, Nina Mazi Chukwu na Dendo, Nina Kwateki na Chukwu Bama Muti Nobu ya Mutiki Wanyo.
Onye nyere anyị Nnamdi Kanu, Joshua Obada. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers fighting for freedom. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are fighting for our motherland by the grace of Biafra. We shall conquer. We are soldiers fighting for our rights. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. Captain Manu, one go on the area. We have more on every to go to go. We are tired of getting down. We walk on the go with you. Heroes fight like Biafra soldiers. The apples are we are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. You know, we are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. In the name of Biafra, we shall take it by force. I say it. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We shall conquer. We are soldiers from the rising sun in the name of Biafra. We shall conquer. We are we are fearless and
My name is Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu. I lead the indigenous people of Biafra, and also I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And my job and my duty is to serve the people of Biafra up until the restoration of the stolen sovereignty of Biafra land is restored, and also to an extent to also serve Nigerian youths as well. I think since the whole protest started, we have been serving them and serving them very diligently every morning and every evening. And it is something that we should be able to continue into the foreseeable future, or until all the demands made by the young people are met by Asarok.
Could you tell us about your background, your parentage, schools attended, and all that, please?
Schools attended, my background is quite simple. My late parents, His Royal Majesty Excellency Kanu, and my mom as well, Lolo Meme, Kanu. And I went to Labra Avenue Primary School, which was a model primary school in Umuahia, arguably one of the finest. And then I attended the best secondary school in the world, I believe, Fisher High School, then named Government College Umuahia, the same alma mater as Chinua Achebe, Kensira Wiwa, and Cyprian Quincy, and a whole host of other people who have gone on to at least make an indelible mark in our consciousness, if not in our society. And then from there, I went to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where I spent about 2 years, and they weren't doing anything that I felt enhanced my ability to understand what I was there for. I had to travel to England, where I studied politics and economics at now London Metropolitan University. I've worked in various capacities. I'm actually the owner of Alpha Phoenix Consulting Limited in the UK, which is a consultancy firm, an economic development consultancy firm. I did actually work with a lot of people like Genesis and all the rest of them, where I held managerial positions until my calling. And that calling is to help restore the kingdom of God on the face of this very earth. And that's what we've been doing for very many years now.
Fantastic. So growing up, who were your heroes, your mentors?
I think my father was number one. Only two people in my life have seriously impressed me. One was my dad, that I was very close to, that I learned a lot of things from. We never actually spoke that very often, but I used to sit around and watch him conduct his counsel, the way he adjudicated in cases and the things that he did. And most of the morals that he left me with. I remember on one occasion, I asked my father, why is it that even after Sunday service, when we get back home, normally if I go to my friend's house and you ask after their father, they'll tell you that their dad is sleeping or doing something of that sort. But in my house, any time there's a knock on the door, my father will encourage us to open the door. And I kept wondering why. And he said, if you have nothing to hide, then you should be able to answer every knock on the door. That is why you need to keep your hands very clean. And throughout my life, apart from the time that these criminals, these savages came to my house, the police had never been to my house or the army with a hostile intent. Operation Python Dance on the 14th of September of 2017 was the very first time in my entire life that the army or the police entered my house with intention either to enforce the law or to kill or to arrest or to pillage or to destroy, the very first time. So my father was number one. The second person is Thomas Sankara, the late Thomas Sankara, because of how he managed to turn Burkina Faso around from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, and the miracle he was able to perform. For the very first time in living memory, it was demonstrated that should black people put their minds to something, they can make something out of nothing. From being a basket case, they became the largest exporter of food across West Africa under the, should I say, the leadership of this brilliant, and very brave young man, Thomas Sankara. So just those two people.
Okay, fantastic. I think before we continue, it would be nice for me to ask if this is the real Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the cloned one.
I can pull my ear for you. You can see I'm trying to exert as much pressure as I can. The clown in Asorok has 2 ears. I only have 1. You can see my glasses. I can take it off. You can see there is no other appendage anywhere behind this one. There's only one. I can pull my nose for you. You know, it is me. In fact, I can even bring, if you'll pardon me, I have here with me the mask that everybody has to wear these days. You can see that my ear is not bent, is it? You can see that it's normal, it's not bent. But the clown in Asorok, when he's wearing his own mask, you see that his ear will be bent like that. Mine is not bent. So it is the real me. And of course, I have this mark here and it's unmistakable.
Yes, I just wanted to establish that you are alive because I read somewhere that you were dead. And so I wanted to be sure I'm not making history by talking to a dead man in heaven.
Not at all. I'm here live with you on this program.
Fantastic. So could you tell me some of the books that you read that might have influenced you? I don't want to say radicalized you. I would say influenced you.
Growing up was, as with most of my peers, is Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. That is number 1. Because it reminded us of who we are, where we are coming from, and where we should be heading to. So that very book was pivotal in shaping my understanding of my people and what needs to be done to rectify the damage that colonialism had done to our people. The second one I would say is Alex Haley's Roots. Again, in that very book, it reminded me or reinforced the need for the Republican zeal that burns in each and every Biafran, that we see ourselves as equal before any other race around the world, and our belief, cardinal belief, that all men are created equal before God. Given the heroic sacrifice those people made at Savannah in Georgia, in America, many centuries back. I also read Leon Uris's Exodus. It is about the Jewish Holocaust and the reestablishment of the State of Israel. Again, a very decent pointer towards where Biafra should be heading to. Those 3 books, Things Fall Apart, Alex Haley's Roots, and Leon Uris's Exodus. They're my 3 favorite books here.
I've read a lot about your religious beliefs, but could you tell us about your faith?
I worship the one true God in heaven that incidentally every religion on this earth believes, or should I say, worship as well. I believe I am a follower of Yeshua, Jesus Christ. I believe I worship where Jesus worshipped. I worship the same God that Jesus Christ worshipped. I praise the same God that Jesus Christ praised. And one of my favorite prayers actually was the prayer that Jesus prayed when he was asked to teach the disciples how to pray. And he said, "Our Father who art in heaven," which goes to confirm the supremacy of Almighty God in heaven, bar none, the name above all names. And it is exactly the religion of my forefathers. My ancestors worshipped God and God alone. We answer Wachuku. From the names we give our children, we glorify God. And if you go to my village right now, all you hear about Ikechuku or the Nakachuku, everything is about God. So I don't need to be tutored or to be told by anybody who God is, because God is ever present in our lives, and that is the God that I worship. Sometimes people tend to mistake it because the only modern interpretation of that very religion is Judaism. the only modern interpretation of this ancient religion is modern day Judaism. So that is why I tend to gravitate towards Judaism. But as I said, I am a follower of the teachings of Jesus Christ. But I practice Judaism in the main.
I was privileged to meet the late Chief Chukwuemeka Odumego Ojukwu in his lifetime. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him?
Yes, he is our eternal leader. And that was the title that I gave to him in recognition of the very stellar work that he did, trying to save a people that didn't want to be saved. And also, I had come in contact with him in London. We invited himself, Peter Obi Chekwasokore, to come to London. That was in the year 2002, if I'm not mistaken. And I consider it an honor that where he stayed, the hotel he stayed in London, I paid for it. So I had sat with him on a few occasions and benefited from his immense counsel. The reason why we want to honor him by restoring Biafra. And only then will the whole world know in how much esteem we actually hold him. To us, he's an icon. To us, he's our Moses. To us, he is the forebearer. To us, he is everything. And Ojukwu to us, it means a whole lot more than people can ever imagine. And the few times that I sat with him and he spoke, he said a lot of things. In fact, the role that the British played during the war, he was the one that made me to actually realize what they did and the need for us to be very careful. The journalists that were interviewing him, especially from BBC, in their typewriters were, should I say, listening devices that were transmitting everything Ojukwu was saying all the way back to London. And that made it possible for them to sabotage that very effort, or should I say, to undermine it, especially what transpired at Aburi, that we now have the tapes and records of. So I sat with him and I discussed with him, and it was very, very informative, very, very fruitful. And I learned a lot from him, something that will continue to guide me as we proceed on this very important and critical journey towards the restoration of Biafra.
Fantastic. Now we'll get to the area of my bazookas. Now it's time to fire a few bazookas at you. You've been seen by many as waging a war against your country, Nigeria, by seeking a Biafra nation. What led to your decision?
First of all, Nigeria is not my country. I was born a Biafran. My birth certificate reads Biafra, and no one has ever changed that. The fact that I was at some point or the other in possession of a Nigerian passport does not actually confer upon me their citizenship. I saw the Nigerian passport as a mere travel document because my birth certificate issued at the time of my birth reads Biafra. Nobody of a sane mind will condone or accept what is happening in Nigeria. I believe that genuine attempts have been made in the past to try to remedy the wreck that Nigeria is today, but there was a palpable unwillingness on the part of the powers that be to do something about it. I detest suffering and pain. I hate to see people suffer. I hate to see people in pain. The only thing that propels me, the only thing that drives me towards this very agitation is not born out of hatred for anybody, but a desire to test freedom in our time. Nigeria was not constructed by a Yoruba man. If it were, I would have perhaps accepted. Nigeria was not created by a Fulani man. If that was the case, who knows, I may accept. Nigeria was not created by a Hausa man either. It wasn't created by a Nupe man. It wasn't created by a Gwari man, never created by a Jukun man. Nigeria was not created by an Ijo man, not created by an Ibibio man. Nigeria was created by a white man and named by a white woman. The name Nigeria means awful, bad, evil. It means nigger, which is a swear word, is a slur in America. If a white person calls a black person nigger, they might end up in jail. Then why should I answer a name that is abhorrent before God and before man? Nobody came from all these ethnic groups. They never got together to say, as from today our name should be Nigeria. A white man determined that. I cannot go to England and say to English people, I want to rename Liverpool. I want to give it another name. I'm sure they'll think I'm mentally, unstable and put me in jail. Now, the problem is this. Why should Africans accept the name Nigeria? It doesn't mean anything in Yoruba language, doesn't mean anything in Hausa language, doesn't mean anything in Igbo language, but yet we are Africans. So I see it as a relic, or should I say a vestige of racism. I see Nigeria as an abomination, not just before God, but before man as well. Those with common sense, that is the reason why I like Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara changed the name from Upper Volta that had no meaning to Burkina Faso. Now, I wonder why educated, very savvy and enlightened Nigerians cannot see it. You have half of Yoruba land in Benin Republic. Some are in Togo. For over 20 years, I have been a very vocal advocate of a Yoruba nation that will also encompass the Yorubas in Benin Republic and those in Togo, because they are Yoruba people. Wouldn't that be very wonderful? Why should white people come from Europe and decide that some Yorubas should be Togolese, some should be from Benin Republic, and some should be from Nigeria? You're a Yoruba man. What do you have in common with a Kanuri man? Absolutely nothing. But I can tell you, you have something in common with a Yoruba man in Togo. You have something in common with a Yoruba man in Benin Republic. Why should you see a Kanuri man as your fellow citizen in Nigeria and not a Yoruba man who lives just a stone throw from Badagry? So these are the anomalies that Africans need to sit down to address. That is why we have arrested development. That is why nothing seems to be working. Because the convergence of these diverse value systems from the core Arewanov, from the West and from the East, is making it impossible for Nigeria to function as a viable state. And that is a recognition that we must, at this very point in time, be able to address as educated people. Not that I hate Nigeria. I hate the name. I despise it with a passion. If you allow me, I wouldn't exist tomorrow morning. Anybody who answers or addresses him or herself as a Nigerian is a product of neocolonialism, not something that I am prepared to accept, because Nigeria never existed until Flora Shaw gave her that name, Nigeria. Before that, you had Oduduwa. Before that, you had Biafra. Before that, you had Kanu Empire, and all these wonderful and weird civilizations. Now, a white man cannot come from Europe and then create an identity for me. Only God in heaven can do that. And I can give an identity to my dog. The only thing you can name are your children and your pets. They are not our fathers. They are Caucasians. We are Black Africans. They have no right being in Africa and giving us names. And that I will never, ever accept.
Military and security experts have said it is impossible for any country to fight two civil wars without monumental repercussions. Have you considered this? And what lessons did you learn from the last Nigerian Civil War?
The lessons that I will learn from the last war, if I can begin by addressing your last question, is that we should not have given up. Even though we were overawed as a result of a global conspiracy of unprecedented proportions. Biafra-Nigeria war was the Third World War, because in that war, if you leave Nigeria and Biafra alone, Biafra would defeat Nigeria anytime, any day. Pound for pound, Biafra would defeat Nigeria anytime, any day, and I make bold to say this. But Britain got involved. They imposed a no-fly zone over Biafra land. They imposed air, land, and sea blockade to stop us from getting food and arms. But they went behind the back of the world to negotiate with Russia to supply arms to go on. They even brought in Egyptian pilots to fly their planes for them. Nigeria has never won any war in its history. Ordinary Boko Haram, they are begging Niger, they are begging Chad, they are begging Cameroon to help them. They've never won any war. The only thing they specialize in doing is killing civilians, as they did at Lake Tollgate. That's what they can do. Nigeria has never fought any war. An army is meant to go out to win territories for the country that it claims is coming from. The same way that Lugard led an expeditionary force to come to create Nigeria for the crown in Britain. Nigerian soldiers have not done that before. Anywhere they go, they're humiliated and they come back. So I wouldn't actually see, I wouldn't describe what transpired between 67 to 70 as a Biafra-Nigeria war. Is Biafra versus the whole world. The United States was ambivalent. They never actually, should I say, participated as they should. Britain was there running the whole show. They destroyed Aburi Accord, destroyed the agreement reached between Ojukwu and Gowon. They came back and they instigated a war. That was all they did. There was nothing. I wouldn't see it as a war. And I want to let Nigeria understand this. There is that tendency, that what I call the Fulani Janjaweedism, there is that tendency to intimidate, that tendency to terrorize, that tendency to subdue, overall, and then conquer people. It is not going to happen in our time. They will try, but they will fail. The more they focus their attention in the East, the more the terrorists that they themselves bred in the North will overrun them there. So I am not in any way, shape, or form either phased or overawed. They will come again because it's in their nature, and this time around they'll be roundly defeated.
Well, I think with due respect to our men and women of armed forces, I believe they are well rated. I visited them in Liberia. I visited them in Sierra Leone. In Liberia, we were controlling 10 out of 15 counties. In Sierra Leone, in fact, we actually lost one of our brigadiers.
Everything that is available, everything that can be available, and even those things that cannot be provided by man. Give them the wisdom that at every battle we shall see victory. For as you were with our fathers, be with these ones as well. That the land of Biafra be protected from all the terrorists and all the scavengers and all the bloodsuckers.
My name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I lead the indigenous people of Biafra. And also I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And my job and my duty is to serve the people of Biafra up until the restoration of the stolen sovereignty.
From all the blood-sucking demons and from all those who would want to see that they go into extinction. All these we pray and we ask in the name of Elohim, Samara Yiba, Wingen and Away, Zibe, Aziba, Okene, Chukukike Abiyama. Ise, Mopa. So today, this blessed day, we are going to be talking about our leader's court case. You know, the court case has, in this very short time, we have kind of gone through a lot on this case.
We have more or less gone through some series of activities on this particular case. First of all, when we first of all heard this, everybody seemed to be kind of confused until clarity came in and we moved forward. And everybody was waiting for that first date, whereby our leader was to appear in court. And when our leader didn't appear in court, the zoo tried to do everything that they could to see to it that they try to hide our leader from the people. They did not, first of all, they felt they could keep our leader away from the court and postpone it. It was all in their plan. They never for once wanted our leader to appear in court. When these people caught our leader, you must understand one thing. The sole purpose why they held our leader is, number one, Anambra election. Number two, 2023 election. They believe that the only person saving the Biafran people, protecting the Biafran people, leading the Biafran people to defend themselves against the invasion of Fulani is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they believe that with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under their detention, whereby he will not be able to speak to Biafrans directly, then they can begin to manipulate and try to destroy the fabrics of IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu leads, so that they can do everything they can to bring confusion and kill our men that are defending us. You must understand one thing. What the zoo know is false. The court cases are very important, but the zoo is a barbaric entity. The zoo is very barbaric. Our enemies are not civil. Our enemies do not know law. The zoo is a gangster nation. What they believe in is false. If you've read about or if you know anything concerning how gangsters and drug dealers live their lives, that is how the zoo operates. The zoo operates. You know, when you begin to call, when you use the word terrorism, when you say they commit crime, people may not get the clear picture of what the zoo is. I hope you know what these people are called. What these drug dealers? They are called organized crime. organized crime. They organize themselves like as if they are a real company doing a real work. So they commit organized crime. That is exactly what the zoo is. The zoo called Nigeria is an organized criminal, is a criminal organization. It is organized for crime. And Britain are the owners of that organization. Britain are the owners. Fulani are working for Britain. And the rest of the politicians are working for Britain. That is the reason the British Prime Minister will come here and be traveling all around. And they will be applauding her. They are, no, not the Prime Minister, sorry. The ambassador, or whatever that position is called. They will be applauding her because they are her staffs. If you're working for an organization, a very big organization that you rarely see the chairman or the CEO of that organization, or somebody in the top management, if they come to your particular portion of the organization, your branch, that day everybody will sit up. And everybody will be very happy to receive this dignitary. Was that not how the so-called Ijaw leaders received Katrina Lang? And notice, after they received Katrina Lang, that was the end. That was the end of all those rantings of Ijaw, Republic, blah, blah, blah. We will do this, our condition. That was the end, oh, that was the end. It seems like I'm digressing, but I'm not. I'm taking you somewhere. That was the end. They are our staffs, INC, RIC. Every structure, once you put your structure under the system of the zoo, to operate within the system of the zoo, make money from the system of the zoo, you have become the staff of the British company. Britain own you because they own the zoo called Nigeria. That is why they'll be telling you, IPOB, join politics, go and rest power with them. You have the number, join politics. They want to put you under the platform of the company. That is the trick. Once they get you there, Fado, you are finished. Fado, once they get you there, that is the system. It is an organized crime. That is the reason they commit their crimes and you can't expose it. It's a criminal organization. And everybody that is a staff of that organization have legal backing, have rights to commit crime. That is the reason Nigerian governors and presidents cannot be taken to court. They have all the rights in the world to commit crime. No matter what they do, they have immunity. They are the first class staffs. They are the first or second cadre. The first. They are the first class staffs. The reason senators are not so powerful, a governor is still more powerful than the senator, even though the senator is at federal level. It's because a governor is to manage a particular region of people is to manage people for the company, for the British company. And words don't matter. It is people that can manage people and subdue them that matter. That is why governors are more important than senators in the so-called Nigeria. Words don't matter. And if you talk anyhow, even as a senator, they will handle you. They will blackmail you. That is how criminals behave. They will blackmail you. Those that are doing well, they will hide all their sins. Those who want to do differently will be blackmailed. That is the criminal organization called the zoo. Or the criminal organization called Nigeria. So, what did they try to do? They try to ensure that our leader doesn't appear in court. And this is their plan. Their plan is to keep him there until they have finished their work. Until his words will only be mere words and it will mean nothing. By the time they have captured the people, they have killed every ESN, and the whole people are under their nose, under their armpits. Then they can now begin to follow this and say, okay, yes, he didn't really do anything, let him go back to London. So he cannot do anything here anymore. By the time they have taken over, whatever you are saying, there will be nobody to act upon it. Whatever order you're giving, the people will be afraid to respond to it. That is what happened in Iguacha now. With the crimes that Wike committed at Opigbo. The Wike committed those crimes because he was afraid to lose his position. So he rather sacrificed the people. That is the system of the zoo. Because he was busy talking before, people thought he had sense. So instead, he sacrificed the people to retain his position. If not, what happened to Ihe Dioha would have happened to him. That was what was about to happen. So he saw it coming. And he said, no, the people cannot make me to lose my bread. So instead of losing his position as governor or the money that he is going to get as the governor, he had to sacrifice the people of Obigo to retain his position. He was met with a choice to choose between the people and the oppressors. Or sorry, between the people and his position, between the people and the money that he steals. He chose the money and gave the people up for a sacrifice. That is what happened. But he will never admit to it. He will never tell you that that is what happened. But that is the truth. So, that is the reason when some of these things are called forth, people are afraid in Iguacha because of how people were tormented and killed in broad daylight. They ensured that there were no cameras. People were killed in broad daylight, massacred by those that were supposed to protect them. How can you imagine you are in a country because you have a different opinion from what the actors of government have? You have a different opinion, or you seek a different political structure, political system. People just come, the army that is supposed to protect you, come to your place and just pick you without even trying you, killed you in broad daylight. Everybody can see them and nobody can do nothing. The people became afraid. That was what happened at Iguacha. Fear gripped most of the people. Everybody was afraid. You dare not identify with Biafra. If not, somebody somewhere will point you and you'll be picked. They came to show strength against people that had no arms to fight them. Just to spread fear so that the people will no longer have the liberty to speak for themselves. So, afterwards, they thought they could continue to keep him like that and not allow the lawyers to see him. And when the lawyers complained, it became a serious thing. And Biafrans and the leadership of Ipob called for a sit at home. And Biafrans sat at home and they were threatened. They were threatened it could get worse. So they started allowing the lawyers to see him. Which our leader in his own wisdom decided that the lockdown should be called off. But as events may have it, our people decided to continue, which to a very great extent has not been a bad one. Our people decided to continue, even though the leadership have asked them to stop. You know, the essence of that, why our leader, our leader is such a caring person. He didn't want to stress our people so much for his own sake. He knows that, okay, another date has been given, and instead of to stress our people for too long, let us reserve the weapon of lockdown for strategic occasions. Because it will sound kind of unfair, like when the leadership called for the lockdown of Biafra land, when the max wearer was coming to Imo State. When the leadership asked for a lockdown that period, if the leadership had maintained that Mondays are compulsory lockdown and we still ask for a lockdown, it will sound like we are reasonable. So to a very great extent, I see reason with our leader. But since the decision now became the decision of the people, if the leadership asks for specific strategic purposes, the leadership asks for a lockdown of another day, it will not be out of place, which is what happened during the 24th day, and also the day that the madman was coming to Imo State. And everything worked out well. People still did their usual Monday lockdown and still obeyed the one that came from the leadership. And I must applaud the Biafran people. That means that our resolve to get this freedom is next to nothing. And afterwards, we keep moving. Then, just of late, our leader, through the spokesperson, have actually said something. But before the publication of the spokesperson of IPOB, our leader's case has also been taken to court in Kenya. So while everything is happening in the zoo here, in Kenya, they are also fighting this issue. So this issue is not one-sided. I don't know how many of you are aware of our leader's case in Kenya, but I am going to play something that we are going to listen to, that we all are going to listen to and follow up concerning our leader's case in Kenya. Sorry. Nigerian government refused. Therefore, Ghana discuss restructuring. There was problem and they agreed to restructure Nigeria. I am sorry it is raining where I am, so I just hope you can get this very, very clearly. And I just hope the rain is not disturbing this broadcast so much. But we must continue.
He told me no. We filed a petition today against the Kenyan government and various factors in this case for the unconstitutional and unlawful removal, which denied our clients, which was engineered by the respondents through abduction, denial of fair administrative action, and in violation of human rights of Nnamdi, Kanu.
Do you have evidence?
Yes, we do.
How long does the Kenyan government have to respond?
We are filing court, we are serving the other respondents, and then from there we take on. It's not an issue of the Kenyan government responding, it's a judicial matter in court.
Indeed, but there are a number of days within which the government needs to respond or can respond.
Normally the court has set standards, and since we have gone to a constitutional court, once we file and we serve, then the court will give us a date, which will be within a very short time, because under the certificate of agency.
Certificate of agency meaning?
For the matter to be heard as soon as possible.
Oh, I get you. The Kenyan government has denied extraditing Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Have you got evidence about it?
Yes, we do. We have copies of his British passport. We have a stamp that indeed this gentleman was in Kenya. We also have evidence of his residence and apartment. We also have evidence that he was actually in Nairobi hospital on a particular day, treated by a doctor that we have his name. We also have evidence that on the material day, he went to the airport to meet a friend, and that's when he was arrested.
So you're arguing he was basically kidnapped?
Definitely he was kidnapped, yes.
Kanu is a British national. Why are you not filing the case in the United Kingdom?
First of all, that's a very good question. And that's why we are also wondering why the Kenyan government, based on the evidence that we have of his British passport, based also in the inquiry that we have made, that he renounced his Nigerian citizenship. Why on earth would the Kenyan government deport a British subject to Nigerian territory? That's what we want them to tell us.
Does Kenya have an extradition treaty with Nigeria?
We are members of our International Extradition Convention, yes, which in Nigeria and Kenya are signatories.
So technically they could extradite him if there was a genuine reason?
Definitely, yes, but then extradition and rendition are two things. Extradition has to follow due process. You can't just pick up somebody and throw him on a plane. That's barbaric and it's forbidden. It's outlawed by international law, even by our own constitution.
Now, Mr. Kanu is already in Nigeria and facing charges of criminal conspiracy, intimidation, and membership of an illegal organization. Will this development affect his case, if at all?
If they're trying a Nigerian national, certainly. But if they're trying a British national, not at all. That's an abuse of due process for a Nigerian court to try a British citizen who has no connection with Nigeria.
Now, are you acting on behalf of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, or it's just your own volition?
I've been given instructions by his family in London and his brother in Germany, of which you have affidavits here.
Are they in touch with him? How is he?
We didn't want to go to that direction because there are other lawyers in Nigeria who could answer that question best.
So how long do you think this matter might be resolved?
It's up to the courts to put up the dates, and it's up to the respondents to respond to what we have petitioned the court for. So that is an entirely a process that is within the judiciary, and we have no control over it.
Professor George Wajakoya speaking from Karen, near Nairobi.
So that is that from the case in Kenya. So the case in Kenya is going very, very well. And by the special grace of Elohim, we are fighting this battle on all fronts. Okay? Many of you are aware of the statements that also came from ICC, the International Criminal Court. Okay? This battle is being fought from every corner. But first and foremost, every other thing that we are doing up there, what the zoo is more interested in is what is being done down in Biafra land. That is the reason why they are trying to delay the case, so that he will not appear in court. They are taking full force against ESN. They are taking their full force because they understand the game. If there is no ESN, if there is no fight on the ground anymore, they can just free him. They can just let our leader go, free him, so that there will be no defense on ground. They can just free the man. And when they free the man, and there is no defense on ground, his talk will be cheap. That is the strategy. That is why they want to delay. They want to delay it. And that is the reason the 1 month sit at home or 1 month lockdown is very, very, very important. That is why that 1 month lockdown, I want our people to understand something, you know. I have seen some people make certain statements on social media that why not now? Why have we not done it before? Why 1 month if it doesn't come to court and everything? You must understand that this case is a very peculiar case. That is the reason the zoo is afraid for our leader to appear in court. If our leader appear in court today, the whole world's attention will be in that courtroom. Give our leader and his lawyers 1 hour in a Nigerian court. Within that 1 hour, the whole world will know why Nigeria cannot exist. That is why they are afraid. That is why they don't want him to appear in court. Our leader's appearance in court for 30 minutes will do the kind of harm to the zoo than what ESN strength of 5 states put together in 1 state can do. The destruction they can do to the zoo. Because this case that they have here is a lost case. It's a lost case. So They are confused. They do not want him to appear in court because they cannot try him secretly. It's not possible. You want to try a British national secretly? If you can't even try him, not to talk about to try him secretly. They have no justifiable right to try him. So our leader coming to court is something that should be very, very important to us. That is why if our leader is not brought to court on the date that he's supposed to be brought to court, if our leader is not brought to court, then there will be no movement in Biafra land. Our leader spokesperson said 1 month. But that 1 month is just the beginning. If Biafrans were asked to sit at home every Mondays, and the same leadership that asked them to sit at home chose to adjust strategy, but the people decided to continue to sit at home every Mondays, that the zoo can no longer sleep because Biafrans are sitting at home only on Mondays. If you tell Biafrans to sit at home and not go out because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 1 month, Biafra land will be locked down until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. There will be no movement. If the same leadership that asked the people to sit at home came back and said, oh, there's an adjustment to this, we are considering your pleasure. Please go back to work on Mondays. Don't worry. We have the case handled, we are working on it. And the people said no, they insisted. Don't worry, we are ready to sacrifice our Mondays. We are ready to sacrifice ourselves for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed and for Biafra to be restored. And now, you still want to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in your detention and say that you won't bring him to court. Then forget anything economy. Anything economy will be dead in Biafra land. After all, the economy doesn't benefit the people. So, what is the use of the economy? What is the use of the economy? There will be no movement. And many things are going to happen. Speakable and unspeakable things. I am sure they are going to happen. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not brought to court, which I, as an individual, think that they will not bring him to court. Of course, they don't want to bring him to court because the essence of doing what they are doing, keeping him away from the court, is to see how they can buy time. Do an Anambra election, buy time. Do 2023 election. They want to keep him from 2021 to 2023. And be postponing it. As they postpone it, maybe like every 3 months, maybe after the 3 months, they'll postpone it to 6 months. You have to wait till the next date. And they'll be doing the jamboree, everybody will be playing tete a tete. After they postpone it again. You think Biafrans, we are foolish? Of course we are not. If our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, every one of us are in detention. every one of us, we are in detention. So, if you cannot release our leader, then nobody will move now. And it will be very, very easy to identify those that want to move when nobody is moving. Because obviously, the men in the bush will be the ones moving. Then everybody will now be seeing everything face to face. And do not forget, you that is the zoo that don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come to court, you have to face it. For all those police, army, you know now, all the money they pay you is coming from Biafra land. We shut down the economy. They have no money to pay you again. And when they can no longer pay you, including you, the Bubagu, that you are proud, killing your own brothers. That is your pride now. You're killing your own blood. You're killing your own brothers. Foolish goats. Very stupid people. You take pride in killing your own. Hi, God. People that have brought out themselves to save you, you are taking pride to kill them. How much are they paying you? 30,000 naira per month. 30,000, convert that into dollar. Things that some people will not accept for 1 hour. They are paying you 30,000 naira per month to be killing your own brothers, your own flesh and blood. You are very foolish. You are very, very foolish. Meanwhile, people paying you 30,000 naira are receiving are sending to their accounts much more than that per hour. They are living in influence and affluence. They can buy any house in this world that they want to buy. In any location. In any part of the world. If things happen now, they can fly out. You cannot. When things get red, no matter the charms that you have, you cannot be more than the people. The people will still hold you down. And your breath will cease. So it is better now you turn away from your evil ways. If you cannot apologize, you have scorned. Leave Biafra land entirely. Because the fact is that Biafra will be restored. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter whether I am doing what I am doing or I choose not to do it again. Biafra will be restored. Somebody will do it. Somebody will do much more than I can ever do. Biafra will be restored. Because this is not a movement by man. It is a movement by Elohim, the one that made the universe. This Biafra is in the calendar of the spirit. If you're not in the spirit, you will not understand. Biafra is in the calendar of the spirit. And at the appointed time, it must be restored. There is a purpose for Biafra in this world. There is nothing you can do about it. You as an individual, there is nothing you can do. You are just one man. You that have decided that Biafra will never be restored because of the money you want to get, you are just one man. No matter the influence that you have, no matter the people that call you sir, if they do not run away, all of them will die. Because the one that made this world is the one that wants Biafra to be restored. The one that made this world is the one that wants Biafra to be restored. If human beings in other places have fought for freedom and have gotten their freedom. Why won't we get it? What is impossible? We are human beings, they are human beings. They are blood, we are blood. We're all human beings. If we can die, they can die. If they can be strong, we can be strong. If they can have weapons, we can have weapons. So what stops us? It is only the determined that will get what he wants. It is only those who are determined that will get what they want. And Biafrans are determined. We are determined. We are not drawing back. We do not capitulate. We keep on moving forward. And we keep on getting stronger. Because this is not a movement sponsored by man. It is a movement sponsored by God himself. The first thing that the zoo were asking themselves when they started noticing the strength of IPOB, they were asking themselves, who are those sponsoring IPOB? Like the saying will say, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Who are those sponsoring IPOB? They are miscreants. They are this. They are nobodies. Nobody can listen to them. Oh, look at them. They are the poor in the society. They are the weak ones. They have no influence. Nobody knows them. Those are the things they were saying. Are they still saying the same? It is the miscreants, the poor, the weak that built IPOB. They are the sponsors of IPOB. Not the rich men. The weak ones are the sponsor of IPOB. The poor. They are the people. The people that you have impoverished. The people that because of you they run out of their hometowns, out of their localities to go to faraway lands that they never knew. They are the sponsors of IPOB. And those who still oppressed in the ground here, they don't have anything. The money that they will use to drink coke, they will save it and keep it and give it to IPOB. That is why we are strong. Because it is Elohim that sponsors IPOB. And that is why no particular person can lay claim to IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. He is not our leader because he just chose to or anything. He's our leader because Elohim appointed him. And he has proved himself before God and before man. That is why he remains our leader. Biafrans do not follow men. If you keep propagating yourself as a man, Biafrans will not follow you. Biafrans follow the Spirit. Biafrans are spiritual people. Forget whatever you might think of them. Forget whatever individual weaknesses our people might have. But Biafrans follow the Spirit. It is only a man of the Spirit that Biafrans follow. There's an instance our leader usually gives when he talks about things like this. He said, Biafrans may not follow people, but when you see a masquerade moving on the streets, you will see many people in Biafra land following the masquerade. Many people following the masquerade. Now, they are not following the masquerade because of the person carrying that masquerade. They are following the masquerade because of the spiritual backing, because of the belief of spiritual backing of the masquerade. Now, many people believe that masquerades are evil and all of that. The reason in Biafra land, the masquerade must cover the face. You must not see the face. It is so that you will not be seeing a person. Whenever you are seeing a face, a Biafra will not follow. Your face must be covered by the spirit. It is when Biafrans look at you and they see the spirit, that is when they will follow. Once you keep projecting man, Biafrans will not follow. We are spiritual people. Our DNA is designed that way. It's not our fault. We do these things unconsciously. Not that anybody told us. We that are telling you, we are telling you because we observed. The masquerade is meant to cover the face so that you will not see a man playing. You will see something else. It is just meant to cover the face so that you will not be seeing man. It might be a symbol of whatever thing, but the primary purpose is to cover the face so that the focus will be on the spirit. And once you cover your face, then people will follow you. Biafrans will follow you. And not when you cover your face with evil. With evil spirits. Man, evil spirits actually work with the weakness of man. That's how evil spirits work. The righteous spirits work with the strength of the spirit of man. Work with righteousness. Evil spirits work with the weakness of man. That's how evil spirits work. That's how they perform. So, when a man has greed, it will entice the evil spirits that furnish that greed very, very well. Then the evil spirit will work on that greed. It's not like the evil spirit will just come and work on anything. It works on the greed. It works on the jealousy. It works on the selfishness. That weakness, that man's weakness is what the evil spirit will work on and make it it will expand it. So when you walk away or you discipline yourself away from that natural weakness of man and you project the spirit, then Biafrans will follow you. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done. He is a human being. Of course, definitely, he can exhibit human errors because he's a human being. But he has taught himself out and he has disciplined himself from the weakness of man. And he has presented himself properly before Biafrans. The reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu worked on himself, he didn't work on himself for his own pleasure. He worked on himself so that he can follow the spirit properly and lead Biafrans aright into Biafra. Because he loves Biafra and he cannot do it alone. He needs your support. He needs your help. He needs you to stand by him at every point in time. And that is what we are doing. And when he answered the call, we answered our call. And we support him. And now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an institution. You can't treat him anyhow. He's equivalent. The value of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is equivalent to the value that we place on Biafra as it is. So, if you do not bring him out, if you do not bring him for the court case, let that case start on that date that you fix by yourself. then everywhere will be locked down. Totally. Total lockdown. Right now, we'll be opening the lines. And everyone that you have a contribution, you can do well to give your contribution. You can call in. The line to call is +45 7164 5962. +45 7164 5962. You can only call us on Signal. Don't try to call direct. Don't try to call on any other platform. Only on Signal. That is where you can call this line. +45 7164 5962. That is the number to call. That is the number to call. So the lines are open. The lines are open for all those who wants to give their contribution to today's program as it is. The lines are open. The lines are open for your calls. The lines are open for your calls. If you're calling for the first time, I will accept you and we'll move forward. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, thank you very much, Mazi, Tarinemi, my amiable African rep. Greetings to you from here. My name is Desmond and I'm calling from Italy, Mazi, Tarinemi. Mazi, I should go ahead, right?
Yes, go ahead, my brother, go ahead.
Okay. I thank you for your good work. It's very educated. It shows you are really a teacher and a revolutionary writer. You know, this is not easy, but you are doing it right, and I want to appreciate you for that. Before I comment on your analysis this morning, Mazi, let me first of all invite Biafrans in Italy to our free Nnamdi Kanu protest, which will be taking up, which will be happening tomorrow, the 25th, which is Saturday, the 25th of this September 2021, and the place it will be happening in Italy is at Trento. It will be happening at Trento in Italy, and the venue at Trento is Piazza Dante. Piazza Dante at Trento, and the time will be from 9 a.m. in the morning and finish by 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Now we are inviting Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, our Ambassadorial brethren and our Duga brethren who are in Italy, and also all our Reverend Fathers and Reverend Sisters, those that are with us and those that are about to join us. We call on everybody to join us that day because we are inviting, we are making efforts to make sure that this protest has a very strong voice, because we are calling on, we are inviting the media, some important media here in Italy to come so that we can pass our message to them. So we want people to troop into Piazza Dante on the 25th, which is tomorrow, time 9 a.m. by 2 p.m. so that we can tell the world how our leader was extraordinary rendition and demand for his unconditional and immediate release. Now, Maz, the second is we have to continue to support ESN. We are calling on Biafrans in Italy, and our well-wishers. These numbers are from IPOB National Body, signed by IPOB National Coordinator in Italy, and it's for you to call and you'll be directed on how to support ESN. The first number is +39 35100 46055. I will repeat again, +39 3510046055. This number is for IPOB National Coordinator in Italy. The second number is +39 3512 551274. I repeat, +39 3512 551274. This is the IPOB National PRO number in Italy, and any of them we call will be directed on how to support ESN, because Biafrans worldwide will agree with me that this is time for us to defend our land. As we have explained, they are attacking ESN with full force so that they can be able to break and then maybe thereafter do whatever they like with our leader and the Biafran struggle, but God forbid it, because I know that this thing, God always uses man, and God will give our people, Biafrans in the diaspora, the heart to continue to support ESN. We must support ESN with everything that we have. We must guide ESN. ESN is the people that has made it possible for our land not to have been taken over by now by these terrorist jihadists and also the Nigerian government. And we know that in Biafra they are using the army as their terrorists and the police as their terrorists. We all know this, you know. So we have to continue to support ESN for the protection of our land and the life of our people, and also for the security of our land and our territories. Because without ESN, then everything we are doing will really make no meaning, because you need defense. Defense is the first armor. Defense is the first arrow of your freedom. So our people must understand this, and we must do everything to shun any sentiment or any distraction and continue to support ESN. Now, our leader was on extraordinary rendition, and it is a crime against the world. And the point is that Nigeria is a lawless country, but this UN and even UK, they are supporting them, you know, and that is why they have the impetus and the alacrity to continue what they are doing. But for we Biafrans, we know that without defense, without force, like our eternal leader, Ipob used to say that if you are oppressed with force, the only way you can remove yourself from that oppression is by counter force. So we must counter force Nigeria. That is the only thing that we have to do, that we have to continue to prepare. We have to prepare to defend our land, because that is the stage Nigeria is now. Nigeria is destroying. Terrorists are not even everywhere. The army are in our land as terrorist uniform within our people, and we have to stand and fight it and take our freedom and then rejoice in the land of Biafra. Our leader has to be released because he has committed no crime. He was extraordinary mission. He is the greatest man in the world, and there is no case against him. So they have the only option they have is to release our leader immediately and not conditionally. Or else, if they refuse that, we are going to lock down the whole of their father. Our leader is released. This 1 month is just a preamble, because after this 1 month lockdown, if they don't bring our leader in court and we lock their father for 1 month, after that, then the next one will be tsunami, because we are going to destroy Nigeria. God will destroy Nigeria with IPOB, and the death of Fulani Caliphate will start from Biafra. Our leader said it, and he said that terrorists will ravage the north and all this cast and all this, and it is happening. It's happening already. But we must be resolute. Yes, and we must be resolute and stand together in one voice, in one force, and then victory is assured. Thank you very much, my amiable African Mazi, and God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you very much. That's a nice one from you. Thank you. God bless you. We'll move forward. The lines are open. Those who want to call, the lines are open. +45 7164 5962. That's the line to call on Signal. That is the Signal line to call us on this platform and give your own quota, your own contribution to what we have here. You give your own contribution to what we have here. So this is exactly the plan of our enemies. Their plan is to see to it. The plan is to see to it that our leader remain in detention perpetually and is not given the opportunity to come to the courts. so that the lawyers will not be able to express themselves and tell Nigeria that the courts or Nigeria have no rights to detain our leader or to extraordinarily rendition our leader. For our lawyers to be able to tell the courts that what the Nigerian courts or what the Nigerian state have done is a crime, and prove to the world that Nigeria is an organized crime. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Mazi. It's all Mazi Emmanuel Okonkwo from Ishago, the neighbor state. I'm living in South Africa.
You're welcome, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they will want to make it. So, my comrade, I just want to thank you for the good work that you are doing for our kingdom, to restore back our kingdom and our dignity.
Yes, sir.
And I'm also thanking God, Elohi, and pray for him to protect his servant, because he sent him so that the work he sent him, he will finish it. Because as we are crying on the way we want to give up, he sent Mazi Nnamdi to rescue us. That is why we have life today. If not, the plan of Fulanis and our slaves in our land, their plan may become, but God says no. So I thank you. So I say God protect him and guide him. We know that Fulani is not the one holding him there. It's God. So when the time manifests, God will do his own thing. But before that, we will be doing our own. We can't wait again or talking. We need to now to behaving like a Taliban, because Taliban do not wait for America to give them freedom, or for anybody to give them freedom, or United Nations. They do take it by force and chase all the useless away, because Americans are useless. After many years there, they never do anything, only stealing what they have. The same thing Britain are doing. For many years, they never do anything in our home. In our land, they never do anything. Even Africa here, South Africa here, when we will go to their embassy here in South Africa, here in Pretoria, there is no sign to show that this is a British embassy in South Africa. It's like a resident. So Britain are stealing the same thing America is doing. So there's no need for we to say in that 30 days, if they fail to leave our leader in 21st, they say they will bring him to court. If they fail to leave him that very day, let us, everybody, anything you see that it belongs to the government, to burn it down. It's better to die. Yesterday, I'm watching what is happening in other states. Yesterday, the state polytechnic. I'm watching what is happening. In the midst of crowd, the people, students are doing protest. Soldier, the Nigerian terrorists, shooting the people with their banner. What's wrong? And when you see all these things, I have to ask myself a question. Where is all those court boys? Say their name is a black arrow, black nonsense, black fools with AK-47. Where is them? Let them come and face the terrorists that came in their own ground. You never find them.
You know that's what cowards do now.
Yeah.
You know that's what cowards do. Cowards only have strength, have power against people that are weak. That's what all these court boys are now. Once they come with gun and you come with gun, they will run away. They
run away. I'm trying to ask myself a question. Where is them? They say you are black ass, you are black this. This is your fellow men with the AK-47 like you. Come and face them and save the life of your fellow students. And show them that you hit man. You are showing the helpless people in the school. Come and show. When you see a beautiful girl, you come to force the girl to become your girlfriend. You use a gun to harass her. Where is you? Those are yesterday shooting people in your own eyes. Where all those court boys? So, my brother, there's no need for we, because when we are talking like this, they see us, we are talking too much. So, me, I'm not there. Even if I'm the ground, I'm here waiting for my own. Here, because anywhere we find ourselves, the same people are here. So, in South Africa, here, we are waiting. Any day, he said, anyone who is against us here, we kill that person. Highest we go to court. When we go to court, we ask the court magistrate why we are hearing what is happening against us. You never say anything as a law, as a person who are representing the people who cannot talk. You are seeing everything. You never make any move. That is why I kill this person here in South Africa, where I don't have money to buy ticket to go back home to defend my land. So the war is everywhere. What's the only language the United Nations understand? Because all the United Nations members there, all of them are terrorists. Because who make the members of the United Nations, all of them are president of the world and their cabinet. So the United Nations are not different people, because it's the same people. Joe Biden is the president of America, and he is the president of United Nations. So there's no difference.
That's very true. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, let us give opportunity to other people that Thank you very much. God bless you. The lines are open, and if you've been trying to call, the lines are still open, and we shall be able to take your calls before we round up the program, which we are about to round up. Okay, so the lines are open. You can call in and give your own expression to what we have today. Okay, I can see some people that have been trying to call while the other caller was still on air. Let me see if I can. Okay. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning, Mazi Tarinemi.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
How are you doing?
Listening. I'm good. I'm doing fine by the special grace of Elohim.
Great. My name is Mazi Chukwu. I'm calling from Dakar in Senegal.
Okay, the word is listening.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Without taking much of your time, please, I have a concern after analysis and presentation this morning. Please, are we talking about bringing our leader to court, or bringing our leader to court, or
Since we lost him, it seems the call is still on. Whether my phone is jamming, I cannot even tell. Okay. We seem to have lost that caller, maybe for network. Maybe because of network. Let me see if I can call him back. Let him finish the question he was asking. He's not picking, or or his network is bad, one thing or the other. Can't really say. So let me see if I can answer the question. Yes, it is good. Yeah, actually what we talked about was for our leaders, unconditional release and all of that. And that was why the sit at home was called for. Our leader, in his wisdom, said that the sit at home should hold on. So, and from my personal view of things, our leader don't want a situation whereby they just take him away from there, take him back. He should appear in that court they want to put him. He should appear there. Let us talk about the rendition. He should appear there. In that particular place where they want to rendition him and all of that, he should appear in that place. Okay? Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Mazi.
Yes, good morning.
Good afternoon from here.
Okay.
My name is Nnamdi. Nnamdi is the PRO here in Russia. I'm calling from Russia. I thank you for the good work that you are doing. I thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The zoo must release him. They don't have any other choice than to release him because the man has done nothing wrong than to save his people. Please permit me to make this announcement. IPOB in Russia, we are having our general meeting on Sunday. Don't forget to come with your ESN. It's very important. And your monthly dues. You can call this number +791693422288 +791693422288. Mazi Tare, please, if you people know what you can do for this our brother in Riverland area, for this our brothers, so that they will be complying in sitting at home. At all, it's very bad. Even if we can get 80% over there or 80%, it's very important.
Network seems to be not stable.
They should understand what we are doing. Please, that is my contribution. Thank you very much and keep it up.
Before you move on, okay, he has already cut. I hope he's still listening. Because I think I owe him a little explanation. One of the challenges is to spread the radio, which our media department is doing very, very well. We are moving forward and making sure that our radio is spread across in the coast, just as it is in the hinterland, so that many people will follow up and will be carried along. Okay, so efforts are being made, and by the special grace of God, very soon there will be our radio will be heard almost every place in the coast, and the excuse of not sitting at home will be a thing of the past. We're putting things together to ensure that people are carried along, to ensure that people get the same message. Okay? To ensure that people get the same message. So we are doing everything that we can and putting everything in place to ensure that the message spread in the coast just as it is in the hinterland, so that people can follow suit as usual. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and radio will be heard almost every place in the coast. Please put up your radio set. Put up your radio set. I can hear myself. Please put up your radio set. Your name and where you're calling from. You have 3 minutes.
Yeah, my name is.
Hello. Network challenge. Network challenge. It's a pity. I'm sorry about that. We have a very short time. Let me see if I can call him. Sometimes why I try to call back some of these people that call is that after the program, some people will still be calling, not knowing that we have already rounded up. Okay? After the program, some people will still be calling this line and all of that, but we have limited time. If you do not call and give your contribution at the appropriate time, we may not be able to take your calls. Obviously, you will not have the platform while we have left it. It seems not to be connecting, or whether his network is giving a challenge. But we must make progress. We must continue. We must continue. We are rounding up, and by the special grace of God, we thank God for all of you that have been listening and for everyone that has called to give their contribution to today's program and for following up on everything. We want to thank you, say you are welcome, and also try as much as you can to let others know about these programs that we make here, because most of the informations that we pass here are very, very important for our people to understand and follow suit. Okay. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning from here, Mazi. Am I coming out loud and clear?
Yes, you are coming out loud and clear. The world is listening. The world can hear you.
Okay, my good African rep, Mazi. This is Mazi Juelakamirose. I am calling from Ivory Coast. I have been calling to try to air my view over our programs that you are handling, but I found it difficult joining because of the numbers of callers. Before I proceed to what we have today, I want to first of all allow me to use 1 or 2 minutes to deliberate on the past programs that you have deliberated with us.
No problem, go ahead.
Oh, the destruction of OG, I am not happy about it because Obasanjo did wrong to us. He killed us in large numbers. Our mothers were raped, our sisters were raped, and the numbers of our people in OG Kingdom came to zero. They destroyed us in large numbers. That was the reason why the only musician that our leader Nnamdi Kanu have recommended is Timaya. Said we should go and listen to the song of Timaya, the Mama track, where Timaya elaborated what happened about OG massacre. Exactly. And that very track was the track that made Timaya who he is today. Exactly. Because of what he sang about reality. So that was that on that very topic of destruction of OG. Now I will elaborate more on the issue of the kingdom that you talked about yesterday.
Carthage.
I've forgotten the name of that kingdom.
Carthage.
Yes, garbage. Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Carthage. It's Carthage. See,
formerly that very kingdom. It was a very strong kingdom here in Africa. And what happened? Finally, France went to war with that kingdom, and they called UK to come and join them, and other Rome. They refused, telling them that they are fighting war with other people. I think it was during the 80s or what. So when France went with numbers of their soldiers to fight with that kingdom, to their uttermost surprise, that kingdom destroyed the whole army of French and other people that joined them. So when the whole world saw what happened, how this kingdom can destroy such number of army regarding their powers and the might they possess, they now came together and said, no, if we allow this country to continue, these people will rise and they shall destroy us one day. That was why they had that meeting in Berlin in 1814, and that was where they came together in 1840 something. That was why they came together and decided to divide Africa. That was why every country in Africa, they started having their independence in 1960s, in 1961, 62. That was what they did. And that was why they destroyed our kingdom as well in Anuchuku. So this is what I wanted to say on that very aspect. I don't know if I'm fully correct because I know you know more better than me. So you will give your analysis as well. So for today's topic that you are elaborating, people must have to know that what is happening now is not coming to us by surprise. Because even our leader himself, Mazi Nnamdi, said that time shall come when he himself will even give orders that the Biafrans will not even love to listen to him. Because what? It is now a revolution and everybody is involved and everybody is angry. I thank the leadership, our DOS, which is heavily led by ever-reliable Mazi Nnamdi, for what they are doing, regardless what our enemies are trying to do. Because one, for them to call off this sit at home order is a very strong move, and I like that very move. I really do appreciate them. And for those Biafra sitting back home as well, saying no, that they must sit at home until our leader is out, I also appreciate them as well. But there's an adage that says that Jesus told his disciples, if you love me, keep my commandment. Now they have begun to understand that we must obey the principles of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But for the fact that the zoo and the world at large have seen that these people are strongly with their leader, even in his absence, they have learned that yes, we Biafrans are determined to go. So, sir, I wouldn't take much of your time because I know you're coming to the end of your broadcast today. I will come back tomorrow to air one or two things that is in my mind. Meanwhile, I wanted to ask you something before I started airing my views. I wanted to ask you what is the meaning of Lingin and Away, because when you pray, you always call that name. I just want to know the meaning of Lingin and Away. That is my last contribution. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Winking and Away is the name of God in his song. Okay. Wingi is one of the names that we call God, and that means our mother, the source from where we came from. Okay, that is Wingi. Then Nanaway means the man that owns the land, the man that owns us, our Lord, the man that is the Lord. So it is like in his own spirituality, we believe that God is both a man and a woman. So when you call God Winging and Away, it is like calling God in his full form. It is like addressing God in his full form. So that is what Winging and Away is. Thank you very much for your call and for your questions. It's very, very educative. Our time is up. We are going to continue tomorrow.
They must step the restructuring, but when they come back Nigeria government refuse the deal. Causing problem. They fight people into theory. Genocide on us and them call them war. Them kill people plenty, them call them war. Them kill our mama, them kill them kill our it's too late, yo. 5 million.